So for this review, I'll be looking at actually the Infinite Crisis Power Girl, but I figure she belongs right in with the modern JSA, so I'd talk about her now instead of just a random review later on. This is a very nice sculpt. See the details in the zippers on the boots and the gloves. Very nice touches. The cord, or I guess you'd call it an epaulet, that leads to her cape here. Nice rubbery cape. Very light. Does not really put her off balance. Also, and she has this nice separate belt piece. Very nice face sculpt. And the white paint job in the hair, it kind of has this like dirty look to it. And it's not because it's actually dirty. It's just the way the paint shows up in the light. It's not really big, but I do notice it. It does subtract from the figure a little bit. Now to go through her articulation, let's start with her head. Her head goes left and right, and she does have some up and down motion. Of course, having short hair does help. Her arms go all the way around, bend at the elbow. There's no wrist or lower arm articulation. Her arms do go in and out a fair amount. Her legs go forward and back pretty far, actually, leading to some odd angles. And her knees bend. That's pretty much it. Now, Power Girl first appears in All-Star Comics number 58 in 1976. Yes, she is a modern creation. She was created in modern days, in a modern age. However, she is still a Golden Age character. Yes, she is the Earth 2 cousin of Superman. The Earth 2 Superman. So she is the Supergirl of Earth 2. She is around before the Crisis on Infinite Earths, so she's around on Earth 2. However, after Crisis on the Infinite Earths, of course, the Earth 1, Earth 2, and several other Earths all merged to form a new universe. And the writers didn't quite know how to explain her presence because they still wanted her around. Because at that point she was a big part of Infinity Inc. and the All-Star Squadron. And so she was still a viable character to have around, to have stories around. So they didn't want to just get rid of her. So they really struggled with how to explain her presence in the DC universe. There were, I believe, two explanations pop right to mind. First, that she was a Daxamite, sort of a sister race to the Kryptonians. And the second one, which got a little bit more exposure or more stories behind it, was that she was actually the daughter of the Atlantean sorcerer Arion. And Arion had sent her way into the future to protect her. This was all retconned out during Infinite Crisis, and she regains all her memories of the previous Earth 2. And so now she recalls Earth 2 and Earth 2 Superman and Earth 2 Lois Lane, who she regarded as a mother and father, basically. Like I said, she's been a member of JSA and was pretty prominent in the early Infinity Inc. issues. And she actually was the first operative for Oracle in her then unnamed Birds of Prey organization. However, that was a disastrous result, ending up with the loss of a lot of lives, and Power Girl kind of blamed Oracle for that. Thus, they have a very tenuous relationship. Even though she will aid Oracle, she really kind of still hasn't got over it. And just recently, she's been at the center of the split up of the JSA. So she's still a very prominent character in the DC universe. However, it is also worth mentioning that since Infinite Crisis and 52, you find out that there is actually a new Earth 2. That Earth 2 has a version of Power Girl in existence. So it's kind of interesting that there's another version of her out there. She's originally overjoyed to see that Earth 2, or the new Earth 2, which is very much like her Earth 2, still exists, and believes it to actually be her Earth 2, which of course she finds out differently when she is confronted with herself, or that world's Power Girl. There is a DC Universe Classics version of Power Girl. Unfortunately, I have not been able to find it anywhere. It is from the much sought after exclusive Wave 10. So I am still on the lookout for her. I could probably get it. She's probably on eBay, Yeah, so I guess that'll be it. And I'll say so long, and until my next video, see ya.